Well, today's video is a wee bit all over the place. I'm currently sitting in a train station after having dropped off the van, so I'm slightly concerned that I don't have any wheels now. But over the last few days I've run around getting everything that I thought I needed and a few other bits and pieces, so hopefully everything goes okay. As I said, it's a bit all over the place this week, just trying to get everything kind of fitted in. So there's some cleaning and some sanding and a few other bits and pieces. But let's get into it and see where it goes. Now, it's finally time to give this boat a wash after just over 21 years. To be honest, I'm a bit worried about what I'll find under all this slime and mud, but here goes nothing. First I'm going to give it a good soap with a marine friendly soap, a marine friendly detergent, and then I'm going to give it a power wash several times, and then I'll probably scrub it and repeat the process again. I think I'll probably just go into fast forward with this because it's going to be a long process, but here goes nothing. This here is the outboard that came with the boat. She's a 1980s. She's a 15 horsepower and she's a 2-stroke. As I said, I wasn't keen on relying on this to get me all the way back home, so I went away and bought another one. What I found yesterday as well is when I went to put the propeller on that was supplied with the outboard, the propeller was different to the one that this shaft will accept. So I think what I'm going to do with this one is, when I get home, this is going to be a project for me. I'll buy some service kit and I'll buy a new prop for her, and I'll put her on one of my small ribs and just have a blast up and down on her. But I think, certainly at this stage, I'm not looking to rely on something like this for to get me home. So I went to Southampton yesterday and I bought this one. She's a 4-stroke. She's a lot better on fuel. She's a lot more recent. She's recently been serviced. She's had a new fuel pump put in her, and she's only done 60 miles from new, from what I can tell. The couple that I bought her from were absolutely lovely. They're sitting in Shamrock Marina. They're repairing a beautiful wooden boat. She's absolutely gorgeous. But I'm much happier with this one. I'm much happier that she'll help me get home. So later on tonight I'll get her fired up. I've got a set of muffs here for her, so I'll give her a try and see how she goes. Hopefully all goes well, but for now I'm going to crack on and keep going with the power washing, I think. Well, it's taken about an hour and a half just to do the first clean, but I'll tell you what, she's looking like a completely different boat already. The next couple of cleans won't take anywhere near as long, because I only have all the moss and lichen and things to get off it. But I'm happy with that. As I said, I'll do another couple of cleans and then I can start thinking about sanding. But she's looking a lot better now. She's actually looking like you can stand on her without getting some sort of disease, which makes me very happy. Excuse the mess, I've got this place looking like a boatyard. I've got stuff everywhere just now. But this here, this system for raising and lowering the outboard, I'm not entirely happy with it. I've been reliably informed that it'll hold 70 kilos no problem, and the outboard's only, is it 35, so half of that. But I'm still, I'm not happy with it just now. I mean, basically this box here raises and lowers on these runners, and it lifts the outboard in and out of the water. And I think I'm going to make some improvements on it. If you just bear with me, I'll take yous up and show yous. And as if by magic, we're up on top. Now, this is the top view of it. As I said, I'm not entirely happy with it. So what I intend to do is I'm going to remove these cleats and I'm going to build a plinth here that's going to basically hold this winch. Now, it's a £1,200 winch. It's actually for a boat trailer. But what I'm going to do is have the winch I'll have a bar on the underneath of the box, probably stainless steel, and I'll have the winch down onto that. And it's a ratchet winch, so I can raise it up on that, and I can lower it down on that as well, so that the weight isn't all being held on the whatever that box is called, or on the runners. And I think it'll just give it some added safety. As I said, I'm going to have to take these cleats off and build a plinth in here, and I think the plinth will come out to here so that the hook can hang over, and that'll take the weight. I think that it will strengthen what's already there. Obviously any plinth that I build here will be fiberglassed, just to make it completely waterproof, or as waterproof as possible. I think that's on the cards for tomorrow, as well as some sanding. And it's later on this evening, so I can't do too much more, but I want to have a look at the rudders and rudder boxes, because they're needing some attention as well. As you can see, over the years with them sitting, the paint has actually come off this, and it's sealed well here. It's good and strong. It's good and strong right down to the bottom, but I think up here it's just been epoxied rather than fiberglass as well, and over the years it's started to give way a bit. I mean, this is where the fiberglass starts, but I can get my fingers in the back of it, and then round here as well. So I'm going to buff this down, grind it down to a meat wood again, and then I'm going to re-fiberglass this in here as well, because I don't want the water getting in over the years. And then in this here, I mean, aye, that's going to have to get strengthened and redone. So I'm going to have a wee go with that tonight. I've got a small grinder there that's just a battery powered one, and it's actually quite quiet, so, and to be honest, I think I'm the only person that's left in the boatyard, so, and not too bad with noise. I think I'm going to have to actually break this off and peel it back to wherever it is still solid. Aye, I'll take it down to there and then I'll start buffing it, because there's no point in doing half a job. Okay, I'll buff this down and then I'll come back in. think we're just going to end the episode there this week. But before I do, I just wanted to thank everybody. That last video that I put up at this point has had about 1900 views, which is huge. I never went into this with any plans or any goals of how many subscribers to get or anything. But I never thought, you know, videos that I was putting out would get 1900 views. So I'm absolutely over the moon with that. Thank you very much. It means I'm obviously doing something right. So I'm going to keep on doing it. And if you could help me out by liking and share and subscribe, I'd really appreciate that, because actually it feels really good that, you know, I'm making videos people enjoy. So again, thank you, and thank you very much for watching this video.